Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another legal breaking reporting and video analysis update. Along with the ruling that the Trump administration has to immediately pay out the full November SNAP benefits for November first came their appeal, but I was only able to get the reporting out. Firstly, that the Oregon Department of DHS was paying the full benefits. So, without further ado, let's get into the ruling that the Circuit Court of Appeals said for the First Circuit that they won't pause the order. And we will be going over what the immediate decision was in this video and the breaking reporting analysis update. Let's get into this reporting by the Yahoo News Canada, right here and right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's by Yahoo Canada News via ABC News. Ladies and gentlemen, and pardon my voice, ladies and gentlemen, the article is titled, Appeals Court Says It Won't Block Order to Fund SNAP as States Begin Issuing Benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, the article reads, a federal appeals court on Friday denied the Trump administration's request to lift a lower court's order that it fully fund the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. SNAP benefits, or, ladies and gentlemen, food stamps, for the month of November by the end of the day, Friday. The Justice Department responded by asking the Supreme Court to intervene by issuing an emergency stay. The unanimous decision from a panel of 3 judges on the First Circuit, the First U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, came as least 9 states had already begun issuing SNAP benefits under the direction of the federal agency that operates SNAP, even as the Trump administration was fighting a judge's ruling ordering those benefits to be paid. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, which operates SNAP, told states Friday afternoon that it was working toward paying full November SNAP benefits. A letter from the USDA stated that, quote, Later today, FNS will complete the processes necessary to make funds available to support your subsequent transmittal of full issuance files to your EBT processor. Unquote. A group of local governments and nonprofits had urged the Court of Appeals to keep in place an order requiring the Trump administration to fully pay for November SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or food stamps benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, my editorial edition. During the ongoing Republican-led shutdown, the administration, the Trump administration asked the circuit court to issue an emergency stay of U.S. District Judge John McConnell Jr.'s ruling Thursday ordering the administration to fully fund the SNAP Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program or food stamps benefits by by today, saying they are saving additional funds to pay for child nutrition programs known as WIC. At issue whether a federal judge can compel the government to use $4 billion from Section 32 of the Agriculture Adjustment Act, Amendment of 1935 to fund November SNAP benefits. In his request to the Supreme Court, Solicitor General John D. Sauer wrote, quote, given the imminent irreparable harms posed by these orders, which require the government to transfer an estimated $4 billion by tonight, the Solicitor General respectfully requests an immediate administrative stay of the orders pending the resolution of this application no later than 9:30 p.m. this evening. Unquote. There is no immediate irreparable harm, ladies and gentlemen. I do not know what bullshit Solicitor General D. John Sauer is saying to these justices. Ladies and gentlemen, the article, the reporting reads, the reporting continues. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi posting on social media about the appeals court decision called the circuit court's decision, quote, a judicial activism at the worst, unquote. You know, Pam Bondi, you really need to shut your goddamn mouth. Who the hell do you think you are, you dumb cunt? Ladies and gentlemen, the article continues. Quote, a single district court in Rhode Island should not be able to seize center stage in the shutdown, seek to append political negotiations that could produce swift political solutions for SNAP and other programs, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits, or food stamps benefits. My editorial edition, ladies and gentlemen. Dictate its own preferences for how SCAR's funds should be spent, unquote, she said. Ladies and gentlemen, Pam Bondi, she needs to just shut her goddamn mouth. Honestly, I'm to the point, I'm up to here with you, Pam Bondi. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this legal breaking reporting video analysis update. If you did enjoy this legal breaking reporting video analysis update, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy for more legal breaking news that you need to know about. More to come soon.